Welcome to Late Night with Walter Weyburn. Y'all, it's not late night. As you can see out the window, it's still bright out there. I'm recording this show early. It's right now like 4:20 when I'm recording this video. You know, we got a hurricane a-coming. So I don't want to take a chance on losing power. So I wanted to get this video done so I can get it uploaded for tonight, just in case. Y'all, please subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed, give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments, your questions, and I will try to answer every one of them. Y'all, you got your beverage? This may take a while tonight. I got my standby water. Y'all, check out my new cookbook. It's Cooking with Soul. It's 100 pages of soul food goodness. It's the best book I've made so far. The interior of that book is top notch. I am so proud of this book. Y'all, please check it out. What I had for dinner, okay, you know it's too early for dinner. So what we're having for dinner, the tuna casserole that my wife made last night. We're having leftovers tonight, but we got something good added to it. We went to Olive Garden today and had that all-you-can-eat salad and soup thing. Well, when we left, we ordered 2 tiramisus to bring home, so we'll have that for dessert tonight. Well, we pigged out on salad. There was no way to eat dessert today. Another update on my CDs. Y'all, I did get my CDs back yesterday. I am getting the packaging done now. So probably less than a week I'll have them on the website because a lot of people's asking for them. But it won't be long. Ask your questions tonight in the comment section below. I will answer them tomorrow night on tomorrow night's video. If I miss one, please forgive me. Put a bunch of question marks so I don't miss it, and I can only answer so many. So if I get a huge bunch of questions, when I get tired, I'm stopping. And if I don't get to yours, please ask it again. Please understand. Just a quickie, I got something I want to show y'all. You know, the past 2 nights I've been talking about copyrights and registering your music, buying a license to record other people's music. Well, I got something I want to show y'all to back up what I said last night. This is just one of my CDs that I've done in the past, and you'll see it on the website because I'm still selling the CD. Walter Weyburn Sings Classic Countries. It's all cover songs. Well, this is what a license looks like. Okay? Each song is listed there. How much I paid for that license for that song, because you have to buy the song separately, the license for the song, and then it's put together as a CD, as a package. If you just want one song, you can buy just one song. But see, I bought all of them at one time, so they put them together as a CD. And I told you that it was very cheap. It is very cheap if you buy like one song. It's very cheap. I got the breakdown of the prices right here. The time. Let's see. I know I got the prices here. I seen it last night. I just want to show y'all. Yeah, here it is. Here's the breakdown of the prices. Okay? Like one song that I done was Little Old Wine Drinker Me. I paid $22.75 for the license of that song. You Win Again, the old Hank Williams song, $2.75. In fact, all of the songs I paid $22.75 for each song. But for the whole CD, $439. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, $429. But that is what the license looks like. And like I told you, it was from Harry Fox Agency in New York City. That's his letterhead. But you get the breakdown, the times of the songs, all of that stuff. And it's sent to you as email, and you just print it out. Now here's the breakdown of the CD itself, okay? And the times and everything. But their website is so easy to work with, and it's cheap. And once you submit your request for the license and submit your payment through PayPal with them, probably less than an hour you get your license as email, and you just print it out. That's what that is, printed out email. Also, if you're using them to register your own works, you'll have an account, and everything will be lined up just like that in your account, and all you do is just print that out, and it'll have the number for each project, you know. But I love Harry Fox Agency. To buy a license is very cheap, very easy, and to register your own stuff don't cost anything. Okay, we're going to get into tonight's story time. We're going to talk about my musical family. Y'all, this is going to sound ridiculous. It's going to sound so stupid to people that don't understand my love for older country music. My family was never around when I was younger. I'm talking about my uncles and aunts. My daddy died when I was 3. So the only people that I had around me was my brothers and my sisters, my mom and my grandma. So my uncles wasn't around. I had one uncle that lived here in Pensacola, and the only time I seen him is when Mama would take me to see him, either at where he worked or at his house. He would never come see me himself. But the times that I did go see him, he let everybody know that time was mine. He generally loved being with me. I could tell that. It wasn't an act. We always had good time together. Even when I went to his work, I come before his work when I was there. But yeah, so since I didn't have my family around, I put roles on older country music singers. This is going to sound crazy, y'all. I feel crazy even telling y'all. But like Ernest Tubb, he always seemed like the grandfather to me. I mean, you take Charlie Walker, you take Bobby Bear, you take Conway Twitty, you take, Carl Smith. You take those type of people, and they was like the uncles. They felt like uncles to me. You take Tammy Wynette, you take Loretta Lynn, you take Jan Howard, you take Gene Shepard, Loretta Lynn, all of these stars, Dottie West. You put those stars, I mean, they just seem like ants. I mean, I love them. Kitty Wells, maybe a grandma. But Ernest Tubb, y'all, I know that sounds crazy, but getting back to Ernest Tubb, if you had never seen Ernest Tubb in person, you missed it. You missed a show. A lot of people sees Ernest Tubb as just an old man. Yeah, he was an old man. He was a good old man. His shows, you would not believe. He's full of energy. Even up until right before he died. And he had a knack of making you feel like you was the only one there. He made you feel like he was singing those songs directly to you. And one time me and Amy went to see him at a nightclub here in Pensacola. There was a nightclub here. It changed hands several times, but it changed hands through country music stars. It was George Jones' Possum Hollow at one time. It was Ernest Tubbs' Record Shop at one time. It was Barbara Mandrell's Crystal Palace at one time. I know it was a couple of others, but I can't remember right now. But when it was Ernest Tubbs' Record Shop, no, it wasn't Record Shop. It was, I forgot what he called it, but it was Ernest Tubbs something. But he came there about 4 times, and I seen him every time he came. But one time, this was after I met Amy, this time that I'm talking about now, me and Amy was on the dance floor dancing, and he was on stage singing. And every time I look at him, he would smile and give me the nod, like he was looking directly at us. And every time I looked at him, he was looking directly at us, or it seemed like he was. That man could put on a show, and he always had a knack of making you feel special. Stars today don't care. Stars today, they're just out for the money. Stars back then, they did it for the love of the art, love for the music, love of their fans. You don't have those kind of stars anymore. But anyway, that's enough of that. But the older country music stars will always have a place in my heart. Y'all, if y'all didn't hear about it, we lost Billy Joe Schaefer today. They're not saying what he died with. But this month has not been good for country music stars. We've lost 4 good ones this month. I wish we could get those 4 back and send a couple that I don't really care for in replace of them. That's wrong. I should not say that. Y'all don't hate me for saying that. I'm not going to tell you the ones that I would send, though. Okay, we got a lot of questions, so I'm going to get to them. Now, normally when I write these questions down, I also write the answer. I didn't write the answers this time, so I'm going to wing it. I know I'm going to butcher this name, but it's Jacqueline Alleman. I know it's wrong. I'm sorry. She wants to know, am I still selling stun guns? Yes, I am. It's in the link in the description box below. I used to have all kinds of links down there for each website. Now I've got one link that takes you to everything. So be sure and check that out. And when you get to this website that you're clicking on in my description, that website will have buttons that will take you anywhere you want to go. Anything to do with Walter Weyburn, you'll find it on that website. Jonquin Cortez wants to know what I think about the song The Street by Ray Stevens. Y'all, I got to tell you a little fast story about that song. Back in the CB days, when we first got our first CB, they asked me what did I want my CB handle, because back then you had to buy a license in order to be on the CB. You had to buy a license from the FCC, and they would issue you call signs, but you have to also register your handle. We was in Tennessee at the time, so the first thing I thought of, because it was popular back then, the first thing popped in my head was Tennessee Streaker. Why, I don't know. I never went streaking, nothing like that. That wouldn't be pretty at all. First thing popped in my head was Tennessee Streaker. Mama said, "You don't want a name like that." I said, "Yes, I do." Well, all them years that we was on CB radio, I was the Tennessee Streaker. And I still remember our call signs. It was KDN 0992. You had to call your call signs every time you was on the air. But yeah, I love the streak. It always reminds me of back then, and I love that. All them years of being on the road all the time, I found one other person using the name Tennessee Streaker. And we had a conversation. We both agreed to keep our names. Stephanie Wood asks, why don't I open an Elvis store here in Pensacola? Stephanie, I had my own restaurant, and running a brick and mortar business is a tough job. I am so glad I found online stuff. This is easy and it's fun. And there's no overhead expense. Also, Elvis Presley stuff is, I don't know how you say it, copyrighted, I guess. You have to be part of Elvis Presley Enterprises to sell it. Most of it. So I just don't know how good an Elvis Presley shop would be in Pensacola. That's a lot of work, Stephanie. Gary Crosley asks, am I good at air guitar? Gary, I am the world's best at air guitar. I can play the air guitar, I can play the steering wheel, I can play the dashboard, I can play everything. I am good on air instruments. Just glad they don't make no sound. Lisa Mowers, I probably got that wrong, asked, am I going to Las Vegas? I would like to, but probably not. Stephanie Wood asked another question. What is my 5 favorite Elvis songs? Well, me and you got one in common, Kentucky Rain. I love singing that song. That is my favorite Elvis Presley song to sing. But other than that, I would have to say Separate Ways, You Was Always on My Mind, In the Ghetto. I slipped, I stumbled, I fell, or something like that. But then, all of Elvis's songs is my favorites. A lot of his movie songs I didn't care for, and I could tell when he's singing them that he didn't care for them either. Darlene Smith wants to know, have I ever met Jerry Lee Lewis? No, I have not. I would love to. I love Jerry Lee Lewis. And that song that's on that CD, You Win Again, I know it's a Hank Williams song, but I sing it in the style of Jerry Lee Lewis, the way he did it, because I love it by Jerry Lee Lewis. Dean and Shed ask, how did Amy and me wind up in Pensacola? Well, I was born and raised in Pensacola, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. I wouldn't live anywhere else. And Amy's father, you know, they're Filipino. He joined the United States Navy. Well, this is where he was when he retired, and they stayed here. And then Amy came over in 1975. She was already grown when she came over. She stayed in the Philippines with her grandparents. But in 1975, she came here, and she's been here ever since. I'm going to butcher this first name. Erna Burton asks, what is my favorite meal that Amy cooks? That's really hard because she cooks so much good stuff. I'm going to have to say chicken and pork adobo. No, not chicken and pork adobo. It's going to have to be paksiw. That is a pickled pork Filipino dish. It's cut up into bite-sized pieces. Pork, you soak it in vinegar and then you cook it somehow, but you cook the vinegar in it also, and then you put it over rice. I don't know how to do it. I'm just guessing that's how it's done. But I do know it's vinegar based, but it's very good. She ain't made that in a while. I'm going to have to jump on her about that. I bet it's been 2 or 3 years since she made that. Charlotte Dixon asks, what is my favorite rock and roll song? Y'all going to be surprised. Y'all, I like all music except rap. Rap just makes me mad. I just want to kill somebody when I hear that stuff. But my favorite rock and roll song would be anything by David Lee Roth. I love David Lee Roth. And one thing I need to tell you about David Lee Roth. I used to have a rental property, and I rented my rental house out to his cousin. So we had a lot of good conversations about David Lee Roth. In the Van Halen camp, you got people that loves David Lee Roth, and you got a camp that loves Sammy Hagar. I love David Lee Roth. To me, he is the Van Halen sound. Carol Anderson wants a stun gun for her 16-year-old granddaughter. Please, Carol, these are not toys. They're 80,000 volts. Also, it's illegal for anyone to have them that's under 18 years of age. These are not toys. The thing says they're non-lethal. Anything can be lethal if it's used wrong. If you ever get a stun gun, please don't let kids get a hold of it. I can just imagine a kid stunning another kid with it. That's not pretty. It's illegal. I can't tell you not to buy it for your kid or your granddaughter, but if you are going to buy it for her, please don't buy it from me. Laura James asks, will I be selling autographed photos of myself? I've got some publicity 8x10s, and I could sell them, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to mail them without them getting damaged. And the postage is not going to be favorable for that. So I may have to charge too much to make it worth anybody's while to get one. But I will check on it. Tracy Lutz asks, did you ever meet the Oak Ridge Boys or the Statler Brothers? Yes. I did not meet the Oak Ridge Boys, but I did meet the Statler Brothers 2 times. I met them at a concert, a country concert, and then I also met them at a church concert. The Church of the Open Bible here in Pensacola had them there one night. They were so good. All they done was they did some of their clean cut, wholesome country songs from the early 60s. But most of it was gospel songs. They was very good. And, I say I met them. I got their autograph and said a few words to them. I met them as a fan. I was just a kid. Mega B asks, do I have a gospel CD? Yes, Mega B, I do have a gospel CD that I'm very proud of, and it will be on the website. My gospel CD is the old Southern type gospel music, when gospel music was really good before it turned into rock and roll. Richard Gary asks, can I speak my wife's language? My wife is Filipino. She speaks Tagalog and Ilocano. Yes, I can, but it's only the bad words, the words that I can't use. Y'all, I have to tell you something about Tagalog. She's got some record albums of Nora Anor and Christopher. I forgot his last name. They was boyfriend and girlfriends. I think they ended up getting married. But she's got one album. The music and the words are so pretty. It sounds so good. And I can sing right along with it, but I don't know what in the world I'm saying. And I've been trying to get her to translate it for me, and she said it's real hard to translate it. But it sounds so beautiful, and I can sing right along with it. I have no idea what I'm saying, though. Linda Cleghorn asks, how do I have time to do all the things I say I do? Linda, I only sleep 3 hours a night, and I have no life at all. Richard Gary asks, if I ever heard the song Borrowed Angels. That's one of my most favorite songs, and it is on my YouTube channel. I love doing that song. And I used to love to do it while I was doing my shows. He also asked, do I like Mo Pentney? Have I ever heard Mo Pentney do it? I love Mo Pentney. It's a shame he's not a bigger star than what he is. But today's radio don't know real country music. Today's radio wouldn't know real country music if it jumped up and bit them in the butt. Patricia and David ask, how can anyone hate me? Patricia and David, y'all just don't understand. There's so many people that hates me. I don't know why. I'm a lovable type of guy. Donna Cobo asks, have I thought any more about selling coffee cups or t-shirts or anything like that on my website? Yes, I have. But we went to all the different print-on-demand places, and the prices that they charge just don't make it feasible. I don't think nobody would pay $16 for a coffee mug, and that's what they would have to be. And I would only be making like $4, so I wouldn't be getting rich, and people would have to pay so much. I don't think they would go for that. Y'all let me know what you think. I mean, if y'all willing to pay the money, I'll make it. But I don't think I would want to pay that price for a coffee mug. Lois Ann, I answer a lot of your questions, but I know I never get your last name right. But Lois Ann Whopper, that's the best I can make out of it. Ask, what is clickbait? She's heard the term clickbait and she don't know what it is. Lois Ann, have you ever seen somebody's thumbnail that says something really interesting, or their title is really interesting, and you click on it, and then when you click on it, it's not what it says it is? That's clickbait. They baited you into giving them a click. Sandy Reisner asks, have I ever met Loretta Lynn? Yes, I have, about 4 or 5 times. In concert as a star. She is a very sweet lady, but she would never know me if she seen me on the street. Another one from Lois Ann Whopper. I want to say Whopper because I know it's wrong, but that's the best I can come up with. Ask, how much money do I make on YouTube? Lois Ann, I'm not going to answer that question. David Logan asks, am I getting a new camera? David, yes I am, but I want to explain something to you. I started this channel and it took off this year. Well, I didn't realize how good it was going to take off, so I hadn't been saving receipts on anything I do. The stun guns, the postage, anything that I do, I have not been saving receipts. So this year is going to bite me in the butt when it comes tax time. I won't just have to bite the bullet and pay out the yang for my taxes. But starting in January, I'm going to start saving receipts for everything, and therefore I'm going to completely remake my office. I'm going to buy all new furniture, a new computer, lighting, a new microphone, a new camera. I'm going to deck it out good. Y'all will like the new videos coming next year. I'm going to buy all new furniture and everything. It's either spend the money on that kind of stuff or pay taxes. I'd rather have something nice and not pay as much taxes. But yeah, I will be getting a new camera. And I might even hire somebody to help me go live. Shirley Smith asks, can I sing just a little bit of Rainy Night in Georgia on my show? No, Shirley, I really can't. I'm sorry. For 2 reasons. When I sing, my throat hurts so bad. Well, actually 3 reasons. My throat hurts so bad, and I can't carry a good tune. And then if I do sing that song on here, I stand a chance of getting demonetized because it is a copyrighted song, and it's not my song. But it is on my YouTube channel if you want to go check it out. Y'all, that's all the questions I got for tonight because my hand got tired of writing. Please forgive me if I didn't get to your question. Just ask it again and put question marks beside it so I will see it. And again, this video was recorded early. It's not a 10 o'clock late night video. But it was recorded early on account of the hurricane that's coming. I don't know if we're going to lose power or not. But ever since Sally came through, our lights has been flickering a lot. And they say it's nothing wrong with the house. We had an electrician come check it. It's nothing wrong with the house. It's on our power company. Well, now here comes another hurricane. So we'll probably lose power. But I want to get this done just in case. Y'all, please watch the video that's popping up here now. And I hope I'm here in the morning at 6 a.m. Please come back there and check it out. But watch the video that's popping up here now. Give me your thumbs up. Leave me your questions for tomorrow night. Leave your comments. And again, if I did not get to your question, I am sorry. I will get to them. Just always put question marks so I'll see it. Y'all, I do love you all, and we will get out of all of this funk that we're in with the grace of Jesus Christ. He will see us through all of this. I have 100% faith in Him. He will get us through it. Y'all, please say a prayer for our leaders. Say a prayer for everyone that's been touched by this virus, everyone that's been touched by how our government is treating us. Say a prayer for our country. I love you all. Until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., ciao.